We're waiting, I understand, for one more colleague. So before I begin my questions, let me take a moment to further note the outpouring of support Dr. Kugler has received. Dozens of groups, including bipartisan organizations such as the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, the Latino Coalition, the American Society of Hispanic Economists, have written in support of Dr. Kugler's nomination. Latino advocacy groups such as NALEO, Hispanic Federation, the National Hispanic Leadership Agenda have also endorsed her. So I ask unanimous consent that these be entered into the record, and without objection, so ordered. Dr. Kugler, a key component of the Federal Reserve System is its independence, which gives it the ability to insulate itself from political pressures and implement evidence-based monetary policy. An independent Federal Reserve allows the financial system to remain stable and safe, and our economy resilient to headwinds of the day. Our country has been able to, our country has been able to wade through challenging economic times and high inflation. So as the U.S. Executive Director of the World Bank, you're clearly no stranger to economic leadership. Can you talk about your approach to data and evidence in your work at the World Bank and in academia?
Thank you very much, Senator Menendez. First, let me say how honored and humbled I am by your introductory remarks and how humbled I am by the outpour of support from the Hispanic community and many economists, bipartisan economists who have also written on my behalf. I very much share your commitment to Fed independence. I think it is critical for the Fed to be able to work well and fulfill its mandate. It allows the Fed to focus on the long-term needs of the economy as opposed to short-term political pressures. And I think that's very critical. It also allows the Fed to focus on a data-driven, evidence-based approach to policymaking, which I think is critical. We need to find out what the realities of the economy are. We need to find out the drivers of where the economy is. We need to find out where to go. All of that can be done only with objective and impartial analysis of data. So that's what I have done over the past 25 years of my career. I have actually published over 40 academic papers that are highly vetted. My colleagues know that here, that any economics paper that gets published in an economic journal is highly vetted. It gets many, many reviews. You get asked to recheck and check and triple check and check 10 times before it can be published. In terms of my policy work, my approach has always been to look at data, to understand the realities of our economy, to understand the drivers of those realities, and to understand where we need to go based on impartial evidence produced by researchers from throughout the political spectrum. So I do believe that in my work, both as chief economist at the US Department of Labor and at the World Bank, I have certainly used that approach, whether it's regards to workforce development issues, to job creation, or at the World Bank most recently, when we come to analyze such important issues as high inflation around the world or food insecurity around the world. So that has been exactly my approach. And if confirmed, Senator Menendez, I fully commit to upholding the independence of the Federal Reserve System.
Thank you. That was the next question. I'm going to yield to Senator Warnock.